Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Here I want to discuss. Uh, okay, G7 to discuss digital currency standards, crypto regulation. This guy is the Japan's Vice Minister of Finance for International Affairs, Masato Kanda. Okay, so moving on. Okay. Group of seven G7 advanced economies will consider how best to help developing countries introduce central bank digital currencies, CBDC, consistent with appropriate international standards. Japan's top currency diplomat Masato Kando said on Tuesday the move will be among key themes of G7 discussions that Japan chairs this year as part of efforts to address challenges the global community face from fast moving digital technology, he said. Okay, continuing on. We have to address risks from development of CBDC by ensuring factors such as appropriate transparency and sound governance. Kanda Vice Finance Minister for International Affairs told a seminar in Washington. As a priority of this year, the G7 will consider how best to help developing countries introduce CBDC consistent with appropriate standards, including the G7 public policy principle for retail CBDC, he said. Outside the G7, China has been leading the pack on issuing a digital currency. G7 central banks have set common standards towards issuing CBDCs as some proceed with experiments. Kanda said the rapid innovation of digital technology provides various benefits but also fresh challenges, such as cybersecurity, the spread of misinformation, social and political divides, and the risk of destabilizing financial markets. Okay, moving on. The collapse of crypto exchange FTX last year was a serious wake up call for policymakers to create a regulation across borders, he said. For crypto assets, there are a bit of diverging views among countries, but consensus is definitely what we need more regulation, particularly after the FTX shock, Candace said. Another, um, here we go. Another priority of this year's G7 talks will be to address debt vulnerabilities of some middle-income countries. Kanda said, who is among policymakers gathering in Washington for the Spring International Monetary Fund (IMF) meetings this week. Kanda said it might be a bit difficult to see concrete results for countries like Zambia, Ghana, and Ethiopia when asked what the accomplishments for debt talks could be this week. For Sri Lanka, hopefully we can have progress with a plan to launch a creditors committee on Thursday, initiated by Japan, France, and G20 chair India. So it looks like it's an IMF meeting today, guys. Okay, it's a IMF meeting today. Okay, in Washington. Okay, uh, with Japan, France, and India will be hosting the talks sometime today, and I will let you know if any news later today. Okay, thanks for watching.